Erika Kirk was caught texting, sending creepy memes, commenting on her Instagram and her Twitter, along with setting her up with a photographer to have her pictures taken.
A seemingly weird relationship that Erika had with a then 15-year-old girl named Jillian. Erika was 25 years old at the time, and they developed a relationship that some people believe amounted to a type of grooming.
Screenshots are all over the internet right now of her exchanging gifts and inappropriate text messages with a 15-year-old. Candace Owens is losing her shit, and her own employees are getting fired for asking questions. And she's like, you know what? You're up.
Erika Kirk is trending hard right now, and not for the reasons she would want. After Candace Owens dropped what she called receipts, showing Erika allegedly interacting with a 15-year-old in a way people are calling suggestive, the internet exploded. On top of that, critics claim she positioned herself inside youth recruitment spaces, which only made the screenshots look even more serious. And here's where it gets wild. Right as those screenshots, timelines, and archived posts started circulating, Erika went quiet. Instead of addressing the accusations head-on, she suddenly announced recruitment trips across Europe. That timing had people talking crazy, saying she basically fled when the heat turned up. And this whole thing traces back to a girl named Jillian. According to Candace, Jillian told the truth, and this time, she insists she's not exaggerating.
On the evening of September 15, 2013, Joshua Harrelson and Erika met a 15-year-old girl named Jillian Falcon. And I know this because Jillian tweeted about it.
Jillian was 15 during these alleged interactions, and Erika was 25. At first, Jillian's posts looked like typical teenage admiration. She tweeted about how pretty Erika was and even called her a woman crush. On its own, that kind of admiration isn't unusual. Teenagers look up to adults all the time. But critics argue the situation shifted the moment the adult allegedly engaged instead of ignoring it, blocking it, or publicly setting boundaries. Jillian later tweeted about conversations happening off Twitter, saying things like, "Thank you, Erika, for making my whole week." Meanwhile, Erika's account eventually went private while Jillian's stayed public. And that detail matters. But because once it moved beyond public tweets, the whole dynamic started looking very different to outside observers. The situation allegedly moved from public tweets straight into private messages. And that's where people say the tone shifted fast. According to the screenshots being shared, one message shows Erika writing, "Let me call you. Hold on, sweetheart. Give me a sex." Then she quickly follows with, "I meant, give me a second." But instead of shutting it down clean,
It's 2013, and therefore Erika has just completed her year as Miss Arizona, and she's 25 years old at the time, Erika is. And now you're going to learn how she met Jillian.
the message allegedly continues with, "They're ad sex too, but not from you. LOLI, don't bat for the other team just yet." Even if someone tries to blame autocorrect, critics are saying adults don't joke their way out of typos like that when speaking to a teenager. A responsible response would have been a quick correction and immediate distance. Not humor, not playful wording, not extra commentary. And according to people who reviewed the timeline, this exchange allegedly happened late at night, which only made outsiders question it even more. But that wasn't the only thing raising eyebrows. Another alleged message shows Erika advising Jillian to drink more water, avoid alcohol, and stay away from salty foods so she wouldn't look bloated. On the surface, that might sound harmless, but critics say that kind of guidance often shows up in modeling circles and pageant environments, where adults can position themselves as authorities over how a young person should present themselves.
So Erika having done this is completely and utterly creepy. It's creepy. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I will not allow people to say that it makes sense in some contexts.
Then there are alleged messages where Erika compliments Jillian's physical features in detail, saying things like, "Your eyes, your lips, your skin, you're absolutely beautiful." And just when people thought it couldn't escalate further, that's when the Valentine's message reportedly enters the picture. Jillian reportedly claimed that Erika sent her an image that read, "This Valentine's Day, I'm going to touch your butt." Another alleged message said, "I want to be inside your lady garden." If those messages are real, that kind of language is extremely inappropriate for any adult to direct towards someone underage. At that point, people online argued there was nothing vague about it anymore. It crossed into serious territory fast.
People assumed that they had gone somewhere together, but no, that exchange is actually in reference to Erika then having sent this 15-year-old to have photos taken. Insane. She sent this 15-year-old to have photos taken. She's helping her because she's just so beautiful.
On top of that, Erika allegedly mailed Jillian a birthday gift, which only added more layers to the story. That's when Candace dropped another update that took things even further. She said, "Someone sent me a tip that upon further research, they discovered that at the time of her textual relationship with Erika, Jillian lived in a trailer park." Candace added that she forwarded the information to Jillian, and Jillian confirmed it was true. According to the claims being circulated, Erika, who was 25 at the time, allegedly built a close connection with a 15-year-old who did not have her father in the home. Critics say she allegedly showered Jillian with compliments about her appearance and sent gifts, which they describe as love bombing.
Now she's going to Belfast. Like, that's her move. Screenshots are all over the internet right now of her exchanging gifts and inappropriate text messages with a 15-year-old. Candace Owens is losing her shit, and her own employees are getting fired for asking questions. And she's like, you know what? You're up.
They also claim Erika asked for Jillian's address to send chocolate-covered strawberries, meaning she was aware of where the teen lived. Supporters of Candace argue that Erika knew Jillian was underage and still continued the communication. They also claim arrangements were made for photographs without direct communication with Jillian's mother. These allegations remain heavily debated, but they've definitely intensified the controversy around Erika in a major way.
Erika set all of this up is a disgraced politician, Ian Paisley Jr., who literally got caught taking secret luxury holidays from a government that massacred 40,000 people, then blamed his own staff.
While all these screenshots were making the rounds, people started digging deep into Erika Kirk's background, and what they found raised even more questions. Erika has spent years working in spaces connected to orphaned and vulnerable youth overseas. At the same time, she was building her name inside conservative youth recruitment programs, campus organizing circles, and political pipeline networks. That combination immediately caught attention. Now let's be fair. Millions of adults work with young people in completely normal, ethical, professional ways. That alone proves nothing. But journalists and investigators have long warned about one uncomfortable reality. Sometimes individuals with bad intentions position themselves in environments where access to minors already exists. That doesn't mean everyone in those spaces is guilty, but it does explain why critics are looking closely.
Also never communicated with Jillian's mother about the photographer that she had set up to take pictures of her 15-year-old daughter.
Myra Candace claims Erika allegedly formed an inappropriate closeness with a teenager while holding influence in youth-centered organizations. And some online commentators even said, it seems pretty clear that Erika Kirk was recruiting the 15-year-old at the time for something. One theory floating around suggests it may have been connected to pageantry or youth programs, especially considering financial incentives often tied to recruitment. If this was mentorship, critics ask.
This is a city that went through decades of religious extremism, using God to manipulate teenagers into sectarian violence. We're talking about bombings, murders, years of trauma that they're still dealing with, 30 years to be exact.
Why did the communication suddenly stop? By now, the situation already felt heavy, but then another detail surfaced that got people talking again. Erika later landed a job at the Corcoran Group, a high-end luxury real estate firm, despite not having a traditional real estate background. Online researchers quickly pointed out that the company has previously handled properties connected to controversial figures like Jeffrey Epstein and Les Wexner. Now, to be clear, and handling a property does not equal wrongdoing. But in a scandal already packed with allegations, critics say every connection is being examined under a microscope. Now, to be absolutely clear, there are no public court documents proving Erika was involved in any operation connected to Jeffrey Epstein. That part matters. But in the court of public opinion, even indirect connections to circles that once overlapped with figures like Epstein can permanently change how people see you.
And again, Erika is a woman facing allegations, and she's planning to set up shop in a city with thousands of teenagers with the backing of a disgraced politician whose father spent decades manipulating young people into sectarian violence. What could possibly go wrong?
And that's exactly why critics are going hard online. Some of the accusations being thrown around are extreme. People are saying things like Erika Kirk is a honeypot, and even comparing her to Ghislaine Maxwell. Others have claimed she recruited girls through overseas charity work or orphanage spaces. These are serious allegations, and it's important to say clearly that they remain unproven claims circulating on social media, not established facts. But the comparisons are happening, and they're loud. Commentators also point out that Maxwell and Epstein targeted vulnerable young people in unstable situations, which is why some critics argue the optics here look uncomfortable. Again, that does not equal guilt, but perception moves fast online, and once narratives form, they spread like wildfire.
Erika Kirk is expected to visit here as part of a tour to recruit young people to the group, and especially young women, because it is a more typically male worldview.
And Erika's not going for a much-needed break from the spotlight. No, no, no. She's going to recruit teenagers, 15 to 25-year-olds to be exact, into Turning Point USA.
As Candace's posts gained traction and Jillian's screenshots continued circulating, people waited for Erika to respond publicly. She stayed silent. Instead, reports began spreading that she was traveling to Belfast and other parts of Europe to recruit young people, ages 15 to 25, into Turning Point USA. The timing raised eyebrows because this was unfolding right in the middle of heated accusations. And critics didn't stop there. They also started questioning the local connections helping organize those trips. Add in Belfast's complicated political history, and suddenly the location itself became part of the conversation. Even if those Europe trips were scheduled months ahead of time, optics still matter, especially when accusations are exploding online. That's the question people won't stop asking. If Erika is innocent, why not address the screenshots directly? Why not clearly deny the messages, explain the context, and shut it down in one clean statement? Silence, especially in moments like this, only makes the noise louder. Then there's the internal side of this whole situation. Multiple reports claim that employees inside Turning Point USA who questioned Erika or raised concerns were either fired or quietly pushed out. If that's true, that adds a whole new layer to the tension inside the organization. At this point, two completely different realities are battling it out online. Now, either Erika Kirk is the target of one of the most aggressive political smear campaigns we've seen in years, or the public is witnessing the early stages of something much bigger unfolding in real time. And honestly, neither option feels comforting. This story isn't slowing down anytime soon, so drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think this is a setup, or is there more coming? Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you in the next one.